Hi, I'm Pearly of Pearlydelicioustravels. Yesterday, I made a fermented cashew Brazil nut vegan cheese, and I'm excited to show you today how to make it into a nori roll with homemade mayonnaise. This is going to be so easy, so delicious, and so nutritious. Okay, so we're going to start with the mayonnaise. I have 1 cup of organic sunflower oil in here. It was a little bit under a cup, and then topped it up with some organic olive oil. So it's 99% sunflower oil organic and a little bit extra of the olive oil just to add a little richness of flavor. Now I'm going to start with putting in some dry mustard powder. I'm only going to put 1/8 of a teaspoon, not much, just a little bit. We don't want that flavor to come through and overpower it. And now I'm going to put some onion powder. Everything is organic. I'm going to put 1/4 of a teaspoon. A little bit more. Okay, there we go. 1/4 of a teaspoon. And garlic, organic garlic powder. I'm going to put the same amount of that in there. There we go. For color, I want to put some turmeric powder. And this, I'm going to put 1/8 of a teaspoon in this. There. Just 1/8, just to add a little bit of depth of color. Now also I'm going to add a little black pepper. There we go. And this is something that you can put in if you like or not. You don't have to put pepper in, but what you do have to put is salt. I'm using some real salt, Redmond real salt. It's very high in minerals, and I'm going to put about a teaspoon, maybe a little less than a teaspoon there. And also very important, we've got some wonderful organic lemon juice here. So a real lemon. I've got a screen over it or under it so that the seeds don't go inside the oil. And I just use a fork to kind of squeeze it. I've got 1/2 a lemon here. I'm not putting the whole amount in, but a generous amount of lemon juice is very nice. And also, I'm going to put a little bit of apple cider vinegar. So it's got the lemon juice, and the apple juice is just another layer of that acidic flavor. Just like 1/2 a lid full, maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon. And let's see, I think that's it. Now, this is a handheld emulsifier. So what you're going to do is, see, it looks like this. Got the blade. This is just one of the lower end priced ones. And go to the bottom and slowly lift it up, very slowly. Now, I forgot to mention this has an egg in it. In the oil at the bottom was an egg, 1 organic egg. So this is not a vegan mayonnaise. It is natural, all natural, no preservatives or anything. It's so much better than what you can find at the store. At the store, I can't ever find a mayonnaise that isn't made with canola oil or soy oil, which are both not healthy oils to use. So this is really beautiful, but it does have an egg. And there are ways to make vegan mayonnaises, and I may demonstrate that another time. But for this one, it does have the egg. You're just raising it slowly. Just keep doing that one more time. So here's the finished product, and it came out crazy delicious. All the flavors in here just blend together in perfect harmony. It's a good, creamy, perfect consistency. This is so much healthier than any other kind of mayonnaise, and I just can't wait to include this in our Nori Roll. It's just going to be so amazing. So here I have my fermented cashew Brazil nut vegan cheese. Look at that beautiful color. Now I have scooped it out and put it into this pretty little bowl, and I'm going to decorate it. I've got a couple of basil leaves here. And an orchid. Now, is that beautiful or what? So I had a tray of buckwheat lettuce, so I've cut a little bit out from this tray for our nori roll. So this is a piece of nori, and this is what it looks like when you buy it. Toasted seaweed. And it's quite crunchy. And what I'm going to be putting in it is this is clover and broccoli sprouts. I've got some cucumber sliced, some cilantro, red leaf lettuce. These are the buckwheat sprouts, and some carrot slivers, and I'm also going to put some avocado in here, the wonderful nut cheese, and the homemade mayonnaise. Okay, so I've got my nori laying flat. I'm going to start by putting a little bit of mayonnaise along the leaf, along one half of it. There we go. To make that even, I'm going to put some of the buckwheat lettuce along the length of it. If you get any of these little seeds in there, just take it out. I'm going to put a little bit of cilantro, like so. Some carrot. These are just slivers of carrot. I'm going to put that along there, like so. Oops. I've got some cucumber. Maybe I'll put a little bit more carrot. There we go. Some cucumber. These are nice, just thin slivers of cucumber, and you want to get it on the whole length so every bite gets some of all the vegetable in it, in each bite. Yummy, yummy. In fact, I think I need a little bit more of the buckwheat lettuce at that end. There we go. And a little more cucumber. There. Alrighty. Now, let's add some avocado. Look at that. This is a nice, ripe piece of avocado. 2 big slices like that should be good. Now, I'm going to put the cashew Brazil nut vegan cheese in. And you know, it's almost too pretty for me to dig into, but I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to gently lay it across the avocado. And the reason I put the avocado there was so that I can spread the cheese on the avocado, because it would be hard to spread it on the veggies. And also, we don't want to put anything that's wet next to the nori, because we don't want it to get soggy. So I'm just going to put a little bit more along this edge here. Okay, a more here. I want to get a nice amount so it's nice and juicy, and that taste will come through. And the texture of it's really nice because the cheese is really creamy, and it's really lovely. And so now I'm going to, yes, I want to put, these are the basil leaves that I use to garnish the nut cheese, but I'm going to put it in the nori roll. So I've got that on there, and now some sprouts. So these have a little bit of a spiciness to them because they have broccoli in them, so it's a little bit peppery, not overpowering because it's mixed with the clover there. And now I've got some lettuce. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit more mayonnaise on top, just like so. Just kind of dab it and drop it on. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so good. So, so good. There we go. Okay, just add a little bit. I like juicy. Juicy, crunchy, savory, yum. And then we're going to seal it with the lettuce. This is a nice dry red leaf lettuce leaves. And it's just like I'm laying that over there to protect the wet ingredients from making soggy the nori. So you see, there's a method to the layering. A scientific method to the layering. There we go. Okay, now, whew, the best part, rolling it up. Oh, that looks so beautiful. So beautiful. So then you just take one end, the end that is at the side with all of the layers in it, and just kind of use your fingers to push it back as you roll. Okay, now there are these bamboo plate kind of things that can help you roll it, but you know what, I'm doing it by hand and this works just fine. And I'm going to seal it, so I use a little bit of water to seal it. So I'm using a little bit of water to just lay under the edge, and then kind of just run your finger along there, and then it will seal it, you see? There we go. There, seals it beautifully. There. Just a little bit, not too much. See how that's sealed? And then turn it under to the sealed part. Now we're going to slice it. So now we've come to the finale, and they are ready to eat. Happy mouth. I have a very happy mouth. Some even squirted out. The flavors are amazing. The avocado is so nice and creamy, and the nut cheese is creamy. The mayonnaise is delicious and adds that pop of flavor. It's got those superfood veggies in it, the sprouts and basil, lettuce, cucumber, carrots. It's fantastic. And you know, you can eat this as a meal or have it as a snack. So easy to roll up. You can have all the ingredients on hand and just roll it up when you feel a desire to have a quick pick-me-up. The seaweed itself is full of vitamins and minerals. And just roll it up as you want to eat it so that the nori doesn't get soggy And I really hope you try these because all of this is just amazing, so delicious. And it gives you energy. You feel good after you eat this. You know you've eaten something good, and plus it makes you happy because it tastes good. You're not just eating something that's good for you. It actually tastes delicious and you're going to want it. You're going to want it, every day. It's that good. So anyway, thank you for joining me. If you like this, please hit the like button and subscribe and leave me any comments or messages. Thank you again. This is Pearly of Pearly Delicious Travels. Aloha.